Another trading week about to kick off right here at the New York Stock Exchange. And if it's at all like last week, expect another series of trading sessions filled with a lot of earnings and data that will likely move the markets. Now, last week it was all about earnings. Although the global markets were off to a slow start, courtesy of the Easter Monday holiday, the U.S. government threatened sanctions on nations that purchased Iranian oil, and that helped push crude oil prices to the highest levels of the year. Meanwhile, strong earnings from Caterpillar and a surge in March durable goods were challenged by poor earnings results from 3M, but the week ending on a high note as President Donald Trump lifted oil prices after saying he told OPEC to tame fuel costs, and also after first quarter U.S. GDP came in at a better than expected 3.2% read. But all of this last week. There's a full trading week ahead filled with more data and earnings, so let's move on and take a look to see what will likely move the markets in the week ahead. Monday kicks off here in the U.S. with both personal spending and personal income on the docket. And then on Tuesday, we see a pickup in action with Chinese April non-manufacturing PMI on the docket. Also, we have May German consumer confidence scheduled for release. Expectations call for the read to remain unchanged at 10.4. There's also German consumer prices and the Eurozone first quarter preliminary GDP read due out. Expectations for GDP call for a read of 0.3%. Wednesday sees a new month, and it also sees several markets closed for Labor Day, but not here in the United States. Not only is ISM manufacturing PMI on the docket, but there's also private payrolls and the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision. Expectations call for the rate to remain steady at 2.5%. Thursday begins in China with the Caixin manufacturing PMI report, but more focus will be on the Bank of England's rate decision, which is expected to remain unchanged at 0.75%. Then followed by the Bank of England minutes. And Friday begins in Europe with the April Consumer Price Index, but most focus will be on the U.S. monthly jobs report. Non-farm payrolls for April await, and expectations call for a read of 180,000 from 196,000 the previous month. Also, the U.S. unemployment rate expected to remain at 3.8%. Keep in mind, there's also key earnings from Google parent Alphabet and General Electric, just to name a few. So keep an eye on those. And until next week, live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm James Sweeney reporting for ICM.